Okay, so in this question we are given the profit function of a company and we want to figure out what is the maximum profit. Of course, we want to round it to the nearest dollar. Okay, so some background before we start the problem. Here, if I have any polynomial, now if I'm having a local maximum, such as this one, I'm going to have tangent line going to be horizontal. So this is in the case of a maximum. The same thing in the case of minimum. I'm going to have as well tangent line at the minimum is going to be horizontal. So the conclusion, every time I have a maximum or a minimum, this is equivalent that the tangent line is horizontal. And if I am saying the tangent line is horizontal, this means that the derivative, which is p prime in this case, b equals to 0. So that's what we are aiming for, right? Now, in this case, we just want to make a derivative of the p, right? So this will be the p prime, that's derivative, open the parentheses, minus 0.08 x cubed plus 6000x minus 34,000 and then comma x, and that's going to be my derivative. Now if I want to solve the derivative equals 0, I'm going to add the solve here before parentheses, make the equation equal 0 comma x, and this should be the syntax of the calculator that we're going to be using, right? So now we start with, first of all, with the solve, F2, enter. And then we're going to use F3. And then we type our equation, negative 0.08 x cubed plus 6000 x minus 34,000, then comma x here, close the parentheses. So we're done with the derivative. Now we're gonna set it equals to 0 and comma x to solve for the variable x, and close the parentheses and enter. So here we're gonna get two answers. So the first one is gonna be 158.114, and the second one x is going to be minus 158.4. So now just keep in mind that you are producing units, so it cannot be negative. We are in production line, right? So this one is going to be rejected, and we keep only this one. Now I just want to bring your attention to we are not verifying whether it's a maximum or not. We are just solving if the maximum exists, what will be the maximum, and if that is the maximum, how much is going to be our profit. So now again, we are under the assumption it is a maximum, right? It's not your job here to verify whether it's a maximum. So we have only one solution. Supposedly we're gonna end up with that solution would be the answer, right? Do not verify it. It's gonna be a waste of time. Now once I get this value here, what I want to do, I want to plug it into the calculator, and that's into the function. I want to figure out what is p of 158.114. all right, we usually keep it as it is, so we don't round it. We round only toward the end, right? The way to do this in the calculator is to type the equation 0.08 x cubed plus 6000 x minus 34,000, then use the bar, then type x equals to 158.1. all right, so in order to not waste time on the calculator, I'm gonna use the previous syntax. So here I'm gonna delete everything except the equation, right? And go all the way, and here just before the parentheses, start deleting everything. So I get my equation here. So let me go up front, and then I'm gonna use the bar and x equals, and I'm gonna type in 158.114. There we go. So we get the answer is gonna be 598.456. It's already rounded to nearest dollar, so the best choice here will be choice A.